Hi, welcome to Pingboard. Today we are going to see the explanation of We Are Not Afraid to Die If We Can All Be Together, which is written by Gordon Cook and Alan East. So, when we take the characters, here we have narrator, a 37-year-old businessman, and then Mary, his wife, and we have Susan and Jonathan. Susan is their daughter, and Jonathan is their son, and we have two crew members, Larry Vigil and Herb Sailor. So when you take the map here, we could able to find three sea routes. Okay, one is of blue in color and one is of red in color and the other one is of green in color. These are the sea routes which are taken by James Cook. Here in this lesson, our narrator want to make a duplicate of what James Cook has done. So he decided to take a 3-year journey which on a boat which is designed by him. The name of that boat is Wave Walker. So initially when they started the journey, it was a smooth ride for them. So they could able to cross 105,000 kilometers without having any problem. The journey seems to be very smooth and pleasant. But before they head towards east, they decided to take these two crewmen, Larry Vigil and Herb Sailor, along with them. So because they considered that this Indian Ocean seems to be the roughest sea for them, and on the second day of the Cape Town they could able to experience strong winds and the waves were rising high to the height of their mainmast. And on the December 25 they could able to celebrate their Christmas and they had a wonderful holiday. And by the time of the new year they expected change, and what sort of change is somewhat a favorable one, but the weather condition seems to be worse than earlier. So on January 2nd the wave seems to be gigantic. Okay, and here what happened is around 6 o'clock a dark cloud like gathered above the ship. Okay, what they thought at first is it is the cloud, but later on they came to realize that it is not a cloud, it is a big wave that they haven't seen earlier at all. Okay, it seems to be twice the height of other waves which they have experienced. They thought that the ship is going to ride over the wave and pass through it, but what happened is the sea water got inside the ship, and with a tremendous explosion, that is as if a bomb has been blasted, the ship got wrenched, it is broken. And here what happened is he has to make this ship in position, or else the sea water will get inside the holes and will make the ship to get sink in the sea water. So because of that the narrator is holding the steering and he is being in his place. By the time Mary appeared and she is shouting that they are sinking. So what the narrator told us, instructed her to take the wheel to hold the steering, and when he went down and saw Larry and Herb were pumping the water out, and he went inside the children's cabin and he was checking whether they both are all right. Yeah, the son said that yes, we are all right, but when you take Sue, the daughter, she is telling that she is having a bump over her head. So by January 3 it is possible for them to bring the water level to control. So because of that they could able to take some rest, okay, for 2 hours, and the only hope for them is to reach the nearby island, because it will not be possible for them to reach Australia with this broken boat. So they were searching for the island which is nearby. Luckily they found one, that is Lee Amsterdam. And on January 4 what happened is they could able to pump out the water completely, and it is only at last few centimeters. They thought that if the weather is like this, okay, we can definitely reach the island safely. But what happened is again their condition have become desperate. That is, the wind started to blow again, the clouds gathered again, and the situation became worse, and all of them thought that their end is near. So, when the narrator went inside the children's cabin, the son is asking, "Daddy, are we going to die?" How come the daddy can say yes? So, he is hesitating. By the time the child is continuing, telling that, "Daddy, we all are together. So I'm not having any fear to die." So on hearing to this, okay, as a father, he is determined to fight against the sea and to make the children safe. So on January 6th, what he did is he calculated with the water flow and then the wind which is blowing and all those, and he is calculating and searching for the island which is of 65 kilometer wide in the middle of 150,000 kilometer wide ocean. And by the time the girl came and joined Mary and the narrator, when both were sitting, the girl came and joined. Okay, what she had in her hand is a card in which the pictures of the narrator and then her mother is drawn. Okay, and it seems to be like a thank note for what they have offered in their life. So on looking at it, okay, the father is very distressed and he would like to fight against the sea. So he went and calculated and he informed Larry that it is 2 o'clock now, and if my calculations are right, we could able to reach the island by 5. And he said like that and he went to sleep. And when he got up, it was around 6 o'clock, but they couldn't able to reach the island till that time. By the time son and the daughter appeared in front of the narrator and they were asking for a hug. For that, the narrator is replying, "I am not a good daddy or a good captain. Why I need a hug now?" So by the time both of them are declaring that they found the island. When they reached the island, it seems to be somewhat dark, so they don't want to get inside the island by the time. So they waited. They anchored their ship in the edge and they were waiting. So in the morning, the inhabitants of the island came to the boat and rescued all of them. And when he could able to land over the land safely, here the narrator naturally reminded of helping each and every one, thanking each and every one. That is Larry and Herb, okay, who were pumping the water out, and Mary, who stood in front of the wheel during those crucial hours. And then when you look at the son, he is not having the fear to die at all. And the daughter, who doesn't make complaint over the injury what she had. So he seems to be thankful to each and every one who has been the part and parcel of his life. Okay, I think this is helpful for you. Thank you.